Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. The Australian dollar overnight gained little traction after yesterday's upside attempt reached another peak at 68.01, with the previous challenge also failing. It is assessed that from the technical implications, the market is failing towards this level. But from a technical point also to note is that we are still married up to the MACD and the RSI, so we shouldn't at least cancel one more test towards the upside. Later today, the market will be turning its attention to the RBA minutes. And then on Thursday, we also have the Australian employment data release, along with the Chinese GDP data at the end of the week also. The minutes from the RBA on October 1 are out at 11:30 and are likely to increase expectations of more monetary policy easing. But at present, the market is priced in a 50-50 cut in November, because the numbers that we're looking at for the employment is around 15,300, with a previous 34,700, although a great number, was all part-time hiring. If we get a weaker number, and with the unemployment rate forecast at 5.3%, could trigger further gossip that we could see a cut to the from the RBA, because their preferred unemployment rate is around 5 to 4.5%. What needs to be seen to break is the level of 67.50. That was the low overnight before rebounding slightly by 25 pips. If we get a break of 50, then this would ignite the move to 66.70.80, which is not likely to hold after the 5 previous challenges. Little changed overnight, and purely for the fact is the market was partially closed in observance for Columbus Day. Nevertheless, since the break of the 109.90 to 110.10 broad downtrend, the euro dollar has struggled to gain any bullish traction after posting a high of 110.62, with the overnight high now 110.42, slightly weaker. In terms of the dollar index, it did gain up to a high of 98.24. From a technical point, I do feel the market needs to take out the level of 109.75. If so, then this would ignite the move to 109.30 to 108.65, which I preferred in terms of in the future where we're going. But at the moment, still finding opportunity to shorten the market anywhere towards 111. The bulls take a breather overnight. We've got a doji in place after respecting the level of 108.60. As long as we don't get a break there, I do expect to see further failed tests as we see before, and therefore look for a pullback to 107.80 to 107.35. After 500 points in 2 days, the pound has taken a bit of a breather. But nevertheless, we've got a bit of a doji here in terms that could see uncertainty in the next coming day. We could see a pullback to 125.55 or even down towards 124.80. I'm still, though, neutral, because the uncertainty of the outcome of the Brexit is still lingering, and therefore every time we get some kind of announcement, we either see a 500-point move or we get a pullback of 200 points. Very hard to trade, so at this stage I'd rather sit out. Gold hardly traded overnight, but there is some concern that the US and China trade agreement is taking a little bit of a dark cloud after news sources said that both sides made substantial progress but did not use the word deal when it describing the outcome. China has also reportedly wants the Trump administration to do away with the planned tariffs in December, as well as the one that commences today. So let's see how that all turns out. But Steve Mnuchin, who is the Treasury Secretary, said that I expect we have a deal. So let's see how it all plays out. But at the moment, the trade agreement is a little bit uncertain. To the first phase, that is. From a technical point, I'm neutral, but we could still see drops towards 76 as a low or a highs around 1,518 as we trade sideways in this broader band, where I can outline for you here and you can see here that we've just got noise in between. Well, with the trade agreements looking a little bit uncertain, the oil raised 2% overnight after rallying on Friday 2.5%. Technically, though, I still believe the market is bullish as long as we maintain above 52.65. If so, then I do expect to see further gains up towards $54.80 to $56 as a target. Sub 52.65 will question the market and could see the drop back towards this level of 50.5. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoyed the great start to this new day.